When it comes to vehicles in the USA, nothing's more iconic than the Jeep Wrangler. It's been around for decades and buyers just love it and just keep buying it. So today, I'm back at Jacksonville Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram to review this 2020 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. Let's get into the review. All right, so you guys always know me. I like to start off with the front. Now, for years, I thought the Jeep was a very unattractive vehicle, but the more I started doing these car reviews and I started sitting down with different vehicles, the more I fall in love with them and just really appreciate how they look. Now, for decades, Jeep has kept the Wrangler looking the same. Just subtle changes over the years, and I think that's what really makes this vehicle stands out. Now, my vehicle does have the available $1,000 LED lighting package, which gives you low and high beam LED headlights. You also get LED daytime running lights and also LED turn signals, but your fog lights down here is a incandescent bulb. Also, you do get for $700 a steel bumper here, which I think is a great option to get. It's also the rear bumper is also steel as well. Now, as you guys know, Jeeps are very versatile. You can take off the doors, you can take off the top, you can take off you can fold down the windshield. That's something that people really love about these vehicles. Unfortunately, these air vents are non-functional, and as well as these over here. As we work our way over to the side of the vehicle, I think it's very beautiful as well. Let me just back up so I can give you guys a full look of it. Now, your overall length is going to be just over 188 inches long, while your wheelbase is going to be just over 118 inches long. Now, we talk about these wheels first. These are your 33-inch all-terrain tires by BF Goodrich. 17-inch wheel, by the way. It's a 285 70 series tire with some big old brakes there. I think those are very nice as well. You guys let me know what kind of tires that you like on your Wrangler. Your fender flares, to get body color, is going to be $500 option. So you guys keep that in mind. I recommend getting that. For the 4x4 system, you do get the Rocktrack 4-to-1 four-wheel drive system, and then you also get a performance suspension standard on the Rubicon. Now, coming back here, now you guys know there are different ways you can take off the top, or different tops you can get. Soft top, there's a black and tan, there's just there's a power folding one and stuff like that. Mine's have the three-piece body color top, which is a $2,200 option. The two tops, two pieces above the door, above the front of passengers, they come off, and then this huge piece back here comes off as well to let all that natural light in. Your fuel capacity is going to be just over 21 gallons, so keep that in mind. This vehicle with the V6 model, the V6 engine, does get decent gas mileage. For some reason, my vehicle does not have the running boards. I'm not sure if any Wrangler has running boards, but you get about 10.5 inches of ground clearance, so keep that in mind when you purchasing this vehicle. Now, as we work our way over to the rear of the vehicle, now it still has that that typical Jeep look, which I really like. One thing Jeep does is always known for, gives you basically an extra tire, full size, not even a spare tire size, but it's an extra tire that you can get that's mounted in your truck. Also, what's mounted on it is your rear view camera. A lot of people don't know that, but so it's mounted on there. For your tail lights, you do get LED tail lights here, brake lights, and for your reverse lights as well. You got a tail hook there, and also for your towing package, which is I think is a $700 option. This vehicle can tow up to 3,500 pounds. Now, to open this thing, just pull this little lever here, and then you can just lift this part up here. Cargo capacity is going to be just over 31 cubic feet. And you look under here, you get some storage compartments for your bolts for your door hinges and for your roof, and also your windshield. And you get an extra little bit of storage in here as well. Lift this up and you got your jack here where you got a flats. As far as features goes, you also get a nice subwoofer system back here made by Alpine. It's a 9-speaker, by the way. You get a 12-volt back here as well. Now these seats do fold down 60/40. All you gotta do is click this thing up here and this thing folds down. And over here as well. When you fold those down, lets in a lot of space as well. The first impressions of the Wrangler is just immaculate in my opinion. Previous, generations and models of the Jeep Wrangler, you get a lot of plastic and it's just cheap materials in there. A lot of people don't really care about that. I think people really started complaining about it, and now Jeep has fixed that. I can see here with the leather seats and with all that red contrast stitching here, even on the dashboard, and even on the steering wheel, and even on the seats, and on the gear shift knob and the parking brake there. All of that is part of an interior package worth $1,500, which I do recommend getting. But if you guys don't really care about all that, leather and this and all that stuff, don't even worry about it. But let's step into this thing. All right, so to fire up this engine, all you gotta do is put your foot on the brake, and there is a push button start over here. You do get a nice sweep of the gauges. Now, first impressions of the interior once I'm inside of it, it's very nice and quiet in here. You do hear the little bit of the engine, but that's not a big deal in my opinion. Now, I think what they did here, upgrade this, is very nice. For your 7-inch LCD screen here, there's a lot of things you can do. It's very customizable by controls on the steering wheel. You can scroll down. Right now I got it on the speedometer. I can press down. You can see vehicle info like your tire pressure. You can scroll over, see your coolant temperature, all different things like that. You can set your oil life. Scroll down, you can see your off-road page, and you can see, you can disconnect your sway bar links on here, which is, guys knows you have a when you have a Wrangler, it's something that you can do. You scroll over again, you can see your pitch and your roll of the vehicle, which is also nice. Scroll back down, see your fuel economy, which right now I don't have that much gas, so hopefully I can hurry up and do this so I can test drive this thing. Someone's been driving, they've been averaging 18 miles per gallon. So you can scroll over and you can see that. Scroll down, see your trip info, the basic things you can do. Your stop, start information, your audio, which I'm not connected, your messages. But the gauges look nice, the graphics look nice on here. Same thing as this Uconnect 4 8.4-inch screen here, with the same one I showed you on the Gladiator as well. It's the same Uconnect 4C that you got on the Ram and also the Dodge Durango. But a lot of things you can do here. It does have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, which you can see the map and your text messages and things like that, which is very nice in my opinion. I do recommend you guys plugging up your phone. You can see that. You guys let me know if you really care about the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You let me know about that. But I'm gonna give you a quick little run around here. You press here. It's very quick and responsive, which I'm like. You can customize what you want down here by pressing and holding here and dragging. So that's nice to have with your favorites. You do got a Wi-Fi hotspot. That is nice. You can see off-road pages, the same one that I showed you over in the LCD screen. You can see it there. I'm not gonna let that load up because it's gonna take too long. Press the out. You see a backup camera, which is pretty nice. This is one of the best ones that I've seen in my vehicles. I wish the other Dodge products, the other FCA products, would do the same thing, especially the ones that I've reviewed, especially the Dodge Durango and the Dodge Charger that I did as well. But this is about the same camera you see in the Gladiator and also the Ram. But it looks nice. It has I do have the front and rear parking sensors with the rear cross traffic alert, and it has trajectory, which is also nice. Close out of that, you can see you do have an auto mirror dimmer, which is nice. You scroll over here, you got your climate controls over here. No heated seats, which I'm kind of disappointed that it doesn't have. But you guys let me know if you guys really care about stuff like that. The materials here is just not all. This is just leather stitch with genuine stitching. Over here, this even feels nice. down here. This is a nice sturdy handle here. Open the glove compartment. It's a little bit on the small size, but it's also the same one that you got in the Gladiator. So that's pretty nice. The seats, they feel excellent. Nice Rubicon badging here on the seats, which is nice. You coming down, you got your standard stuff, your audio and your tune buttons. This controls the speed of the air conditioner. You do get dual climate controls down there. You do get a 12 volt down here. The doors come off so they won't be able to put the window switches over there. So they're over here. You only get automatic up and down for the front passengers, but not the back passengers. So I wish they would just go ahead and fix that. You know, that's one of my big pet peeves. Over here, you do get an aux cord with a USB and a USB-C charger. You can lock the window switches over here. Here you can lock and unlock the rear differentials, the front and the rear. Here you can disconnect your sway bar links, which is also nice. You can control all those aux ports and 12 volts down here. This controls your 8-speed automatic transmission. I already showed you guys the rear camera, but this is pretty nice. Here's the forward drive. It's something that's very nice and sturdy. You got to really manhandle this thing to get this thing to work. Coming down here, you got two cup holders, which are a nice size actually. And all this down here is just, even this feels nice. This is all some soft touch material. You got a manual parking brake, which is leather stitch as well. Open this up, you got some nice storage down here, which is nice with a USB. It is two-way storage. That's also nice. This is some nice padded area, and the armrest here is at a nice height. But one thing I forgot to show you, the steering wheel, I don't believe it's heated steering wheel. It's not a heated steering wheel, so that's not a big deal to me. But I am missing the package that gives you that. I think it's the climate package, so I'm not 100% sure. I am missing the package that give you that. I'm also missing right here, which controls your adaptive cruise control. You guys let me know if that stuff really matters to you in this type of vehicle right here. Coming over here, you control your light switches and stuff like that. The roof does come off. I'm pretty sure you guys, you just watched my Gladiator video. I'll show you how to take those off. I'm not going to go too deep into that. You got your automatic start stop buttons here, traction control buttons here. You can mute all your music over here. Turn your parking sensors off. You do get hill descent control, and you can turn the screen off by pressing that button right there. So you can just touch screen to turn it back on. But overall, I think this interior is very nice. I think it will wow a lot of you guys, and I'm gonna get into the back seats to show you guys what that's like, even if it's kid friendly as well. All right, stepping into the back seats here. Now, first impressions of it looks nice. It looks very spacious in my opinion. I was kind of worried about that. Jeep says you get about 38 inches of leg room back here, which I don't remember if it equals or matches what the Gladiator gives you. I want to say it looks a little bit small. It looks a little bit bigger, I'm sorry, than the Gladiator. But I'm going to step up in here. Now, as you can see, I'm 6'2", and I was just sitting in this seat right here, and I got decent amount of leg room. This seat's all the way back, by the way, and my knees are touching it, but I can just spread them out to give myself enough room. So if someone is my height that's driving this thing, I would feel very comfortable back here. The seats are very nice. A lot of people's asking me about how do you feel to have a car seat back here. So I'm gonna step out and give you guys a look. Now my son is about almost 3 years old, and he's been sitting in this car seat about since he was 1, and I would be very comfortable with having him in here. I'm gonna switch it around because some of you guys may not have a forward-facing child in the car seat, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch this around real quick. So I kind of moved it back a little bit, but even then, this is a little bit too upright. You got to make sure it's level. But even with a car seat, you can fit 2 car seats in here pretty comfortably, in my opinion. And this vehicle does have very good safety ratings, so keep that in mind when you purchasing this vehicle. But as far as features goes, you do get this nice sound system, this sound bar up here, which is very nice. So it's gonna sound really good when you take the top off. Down here you got your window switches, since like I said, the doors do come off. You do get a 115 volt down here. You got 2 USBs and 2 USB-C chargers down here. The floor is relatively flat, which is nice. You fold this whole thing down here. You do get 2 cup holders with a nice armrest down there. These seats do fold 60/40, which I showed you when I showed you the cargo area. But yeah, overall I think this is a nice back seat. I would enjoy sitting my whole time back here for a long time and enjoying a nice road trip, even with the top off. To get into the hood, all you do is just open this, and you just kind of just flop that back, and that opens. The same thing for the other side. I just gotta push that a little bit, and it just opens. There are 2 engine choices main engine choices for the Wrangler. Here, I got a 3.6 Pentastar V6 engine. That's the same one as in the Gladiator, producing 285 horsepower, 260 pound-feet of torque. Now, there's a 4-cylinder producing 270 horsepower, but 295 pound-feet of torque. So you guys let me know in the comments which one you preferred. I got the V6 model. Maybe another day I'll drive the 4-cylinder just to compare the two. But it all goes out through a automatic it all goes out through an 8-speed automatic transmission, which is optional. 6-speed manual is going to be standard on the vehicle. I had the automatic, but there is an available e-torque that's the same that was in the Ram. They replaced this alternator right here with a battery to improve fuel efficiency. Let's get this thing out on the road and we can drive it. All right, so we driving this 2020 Rubicon. So I must say, this is my first time driving a Jeep vehicle, besides the Gladiator. But first impressions, I want to test out the ride quality with these 33-inch tires, and that V6, that feels good. Ride quality right now feels pretty well. You know, it feels pretty good in my opinion. I must say there is a fair amount of wind noise in here, but that is expected with these detachable rooftops. You do get blind spot monitoring also, which are mounted on the brake lights in the back, rear cross traffic alert, all that stuff. I must say the steering, it could be a little bit more responsive in my opinion. But it's no sport, you know, vehicle, so I think it's pretty nice. There is a fair amount of engine noise in here. It feels, but that doesn't bother me. I think it sounds good with that V6. But see, right now, I do feel the lack of the torque that the V6 is missing. You do get more torque on the 4-cylinder. So I just put it into its manual setting behind this garbage truck. Get on the expressway here. Wow, that feels good. So you guys want a little bit more power on the top end. The V6 may be something a lot of you guys may want. So I'm in the 7th gear and I'm idling at about 2,500 RPMs. Put it in the 8th gear, going 70 miles per hour, idling at like 2,000 RPM. So far on this, I just got on the expressway. I don't know if you guys can hear that wind noise. That may be a problem for some of you guys, but you guys who's driven Jeeps before, you may like that. So, but I must say, I can really see myself driving this thing because I like sitting high in vehicles, and this 10 inches of ground clearance, it is definitely making a nice impression on me. I think it drives a little bit better than that Gladiator I drove earlier. Blind spot monitoring works very well. I'm not sure if it's going to beep at you while you try to get over when someone's in your blind spot, but it does light up on the mirrors here. You get heated mirrors as well, but no heated steering wheel. My vehicle is missing that option. Whoa! Okay. All right. Whew. Yeah. I really like how this thing drives for sure. But man, it's draining gas. I was at 40 miles to empty when I was driving it. Now I'm at 21. Let me hear get my ass back to this dealership. For the overall summary of this 2020 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Rubicon, I think it's a very nice vehicle. I was very impressed. I think it's a little bit better than the Jeep Gladiator that I drove, but you guys let me know in the comments which one that you prefer. Now, a lot of people ask me, is this a good vehicle for your family? As I showed you in the back seat, I was able to fit my son's car seat in there very well. And I do think you can fit another car seat in there if you have more than one kid, including a rear-facing car seat as well. Now, let's talk about pricing. The Rubicon starts around $41,000, but I got around $11,000 in options, including the $1,500 Interior package, $700 for your steel bumper, $500 for your fender flares, and also $2,200 for your body colored 3-piece hardtop. Also, you get a $1,500 destination charge that brings this thing up all the way up to $54,000, which I think is kind of expensive in my opinion, but guys who have Wranglers know these things hold their value very well. Now, I want to thank you guys for tuning into the channel. If you guys like what I'm doing, you want to see more of this, please hit that subscribe button, like a comment, and I'll see you on the next one. And you just kind of get out the way, kind of just cut. All right. Now, for the suspension, you do get the 4-to-1 rock track suspension for the vehicle. Also, I'm sorry, you do get the now for the what is it? For the 4. All right, so stepping into this Jeep Wrangler, remember you do get now smart key access to have your key in your pocket. There's a sensor. Oh, maybe it's not. Okay. So $700 for the winch hooks. I mean for the damn. All right, so you guys, damn. So if you have a down here, this is down here. Oh, what was that? Down here. So if you have on a, damn it, they gonna laugh at me on these bloopers. So if you guys.